Yeah.
So yeah, we are live, everyone. We are live. Just want to sort this out. And if anybody's here, you can just say hello. Hopefully, someone is here. Soon, somebody will come. Okay, just move my head to the back. Okay, so we will wait. So while we wait for people to come live, let me just share a few things. So essentially, what we're doing here is we are every Friday, uh, one Friday on YouTube, one Friday on Instagram, we're doing a live session. These live sessions have two goals. One is to answer the questions that you guys submitted for these are proper coaching sessions. So I'll be coaching you, teaching you all the things you need to know, and the other one is taking something from the chat, the one or two questions from the chat, so it is answered. So we spend about 20 minutes every Friday, one on YouTube, one Friday on YouTube, one Friday on IG, to answer your questions. So that way we're staying in touch, you guys are getting your answers, and we're still connected, and we're continuing as per plan. Welcome to Nehal. Welcome to Angel 1111. Welcome to Gayatri. Before you ask me questions, I'll answer them. But before you ask me questions, let's connect. See where you are. So I'm human. You're human. Let's connect at a human level and say hello, hi, all of those things. So we are here together. We're in this community together. So tell me in the chat, just say hello, and also tell me what is the highlight of your day. What is the thing that happened in your day today that you felt was something really beautiful? Look through the day in your mind and tell me what was the highlight of your day. Type it in the chat, and I will read it out, and then we'll get answers to the questions. By the way, the questions have to be submitted. Of course, I'll take few from the chat now, but they have to be submitted. How do you submit them? My team usually posts something on the community where you can submit your questions, or you can DM us the questions on Instagram. Okay. So highlight of the day. Let us read it out. Tell me in the chat. And just remember to also go through the other lives that we've been doing, because we are answering the same questions everywhere. Every live, it's marriage, people, money, marriage, people, money. Same questions every live. I don't want to keep saying the same, answering the same things. I want to take new questions as well. So do go through the recordings of the lives, because I've answered the marriage one 1,000 times. I've answered job 1,000 times. So just go through all of those. It's already there. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Super. I appreciate that. Ruhaniyat. I appreciate that, Ruhaniyat. I appreciate you. Okay. Awesome. So started working out and diet from today. That's lovely. Vasundhara, what a beautiful name. Vasundhara says that she started working out. Arjun says today a honeybee stung me, but I handled it with much stability. Well, you got some health benefits from the sting. There's a health benefit there. Super. Okay, let's see. What is the highlight of your day, guys? Please share with me a few more, and then we'll get started with the Q&A, because I don't want to feel like a Pez dispenser, like just give me answers, Kartika. You are not human. I am human. I want to connect with you as a human being, as a friend, not just somebody who just gives you answers. So please connect with me. Tell me what's the highlight of your day. Then I would feel human enough to come and share these answers with you. Otherwise, I just feel like a Pez dispenser, like just like you're pressing some ATM and getting some cash. So I want to have the human experience of connection. So please tell me the highlight of your day. Okay, so Anamika says, I appreciated one of my friends felt good to remind her of her goodness. That is so precious. It's such a sweet thing. Great, awesome, well done. Okay, so Ruby says, love to see you. I appreciate that, Ruby. I love to see you too. Okay, all right. So now that some more people are sharing, and there's a little bit of a delay in the chat, but we'll get started with the questions. Okay, today is beautiful weather. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay, let's start with the question and answer. Make sure that you take your notebook and you write the answers down, because I'll answer it in a way that applies to everybody. So my goal is to be able to coach people with the best of the knowledge, same knowledge that, the best of the knowledge. I don't want you to take it as just another YouTube live because it's given for free. It's still as valuable as if you were paying for it. Okay, so take your notebook, make notes. Let's get started. Okay, all right, let's get started. So, question number one. Question number one. So the questioner asks, so again, even if it's a question that's not yours, the answer will still be yours. Office politics. How can we manifest career growth despite of office politics? Okay, so this is the question. So in essence, how can I manifest something that I want when other people in my reality seem to not want to have that happen for me, seem to want to get in the way or put me down, or just doesn't seem to work out? There's too many processes. How am I supposed to get ahead in my career or in whatever I want to achieve in life? So the analogy that comes to my mind is, I don't remember where we learned this from, but I think maybe some of you might remember this. Is the analogy of, walking around your office with a cup that's full of water, and you have to make sure that you can walk around your entire office without spilling that water. So, if you're walking around your entire office, making sure that you don't spill the water, where is your focus? Is it on all the people and the noise and their negativity and what is possible, what's not possible? Or is it on the water to make sure that that doesn't spill over? So, hopefully, if you understood the analogy, it means that your focus must be on your water. When your focus is entirely on your vortex, office politics holds nothing to your vortex or what you can create. We have a tomorrow we have a webinar which is not for you guys. We all will have access to it on 28th of June. But in that webinar, I talk about how I bent the law in 4 hours, bent a law in 4 hours. I'm talking about doing the impossible stuff just by focusing only on your vortex, not on what everybody else is doing. So I was reading out one a couple of days ago. We in Vibe Shift sessions. For those who don't know what that is every day for 20 minutes, Monday through Friday. I show up 7 to 7:20 Indian Standard Time. I show up and we do these exercises, meditation, channel message, woohoo dance, written processes to shift our vibration every single day. And one of the processes we do is we go through a success story, and we analyze the success story and see what allowed that student of ours to get that success. And one of the stories we were dealing with a few days ago was the story of this girl who wanted to have a hike, a promotion. So the same as this, questioner, she wanted to have growth in her career. She'd asked the company said, listen, it's hard times. We really can't do much right now, but we can, usually, like when the company is okay, it's like a 4% hike. So she didn't really like the idea of 4% hike, but then she's like, you know what? I don't want to sit and bend the company policy or curse people or get upset or whatever's the situation. I'm just going to focus on my abundance, my vortex. So she cleaned her energy, became very open to abundance, felt very confident about herself, was in the energy of abundance constantly. Whatever she could do to feel abundance, not where the abundance will come from or who's going to shift around what. She just put her energy in her own self. When the bird is sitting on the branch, it's not worried about the branch breaking, its faith is on its own wings. So it's the same thing. Our students, you guys, all of you should know that it's all about my vortex, what I'm creating. Does not matter what happens around me. So as her focus is on that, she gets this letter, and not only did she get a hike, she got a hike of 8%, which is the highest in her company. And I've had like 1,000 case studies of students who are the highest paid in their company, highest paid in their teams, just because they're focused only on themselves. Does not matter what the office politics is happening. So how do you get ahead of your career? Focus on your vortex. By that, I mean focus on your openness to receiving the best from life, receiving all that abundance, all those opportunities. You need to be in that vibration, or you need to be in that feeling of, this is normal for me. I am destined for this. This is natural for me to have. Then office politics will tune itself to you. You don't have to change them. You attracted into your experience. Let me know if that was of value to anybody. If it was, just type value in the chat. Okay, so remember, it doesn't matter whether the topic is office politics or XYZ. It's your vortex that you attract. You can't assert something on someone else. You can but attract it into your experience. So focus only on your cup, not on what's happening outside. Okay. All right, cool. Let's take another question. Okay, and then we'll take a few from the chat. Okay, super. All right, let's take another question. How to get back to my ideal body weight and health? Ideal body weight and health. So we have two topics here. We have body weight and we have health. Health is something we can all learn from. So I will take that. I will spend more time on the health part, but I'll start off with the ideal body weight. So firstly, I really like that this questioner has used the word ideal body weight as opposed to weight loss or whatever else, right? When whatever you I taught this last time in the last live. I said instead of trying to overcome something, put your focus on what you actually want to have instead. So people say, how do I overcome debt? How do I overcome my fat issues? No, focus on fitness, focus on abundance, focus on that stuff. What's on the other side, not on overcoming a problem. Overcoming a problem still puts your focus on the problem. So how do we get to this ideal weight? So let's look at that. So we'll speak both. I won't speak in terms of physicality because I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor or something like that. I'll speak from the energy point of view. So, a few things. The first one is our thoughts around what we eat obviously affects the way that our body processes that food and how it stores that food. And in a lot of the times, because when we eat food, we already have a lot of thoughts that what if this gets becomes fat, or what if I obviously this will make me put on weight. It's sugar. I'm doing something wrong. I've cheated on my diet now. These kind of thoughts are basically focusing on what you don't want, which is fat and the kind of body that you don't want. Essentially, what you can do is when you eat, you can change your thoughts around the food and say, as I eat this food processes so well and just processes through my body and converts into energy, and I have all this energy and no fat. So the food is processing beautifully in my body, and I have all this energy and no fat because it's just being burnt away. The fat is getting burnt away as I eat this food. Anjana had done this experiment with her students once, where she asked them to eat gems and said, as I eat gems, which is like basically chocolate, I lose weight. And people actually lost weight because it was the belief aspect, the placebo aspect. That's not, although that's a very powerful topic, in some way related to that is the thoughts that we have when we eat food. Is we can actually affirm that as I eat this, it actually burns in my body and provides me energy, not fat. Okay, so that is one way in which you can do it. The second way, and this is also what she said, the questioner said, how do I get back? So if you've had it in the past, if anything you've had in the past, if let's say it's money or career success, whatever, and you lost it, it's easier for you to get it back because you know the memories and the feeling of having had it at one point. So it's easier to have something that you've had before than to have something that you're starting from scratch. Although you can still obviously attract, even if you're starting from scratch. Most of us are achieving things that we've never achieved before. But if you have done it before, you can remind yourself of what it looked like and felt like to be in that ideal weight. I did that recently. So in for me, in terms of weight, for me it was more of fat than weight, although I put on weight, but I'm just talking about fat in general. Is I grew up being extremely skinny. I was always in the identity of being skinny. And then suddenly, somewhere around when I, post 30s, I started putting on a lot of fat and a lot of weight and a lot of fat in very unflattering places. So I couldn't wear the kind of clothes I wanted to wear. I couldn't, people would immediately notice the amount, the weird, so weird when you have fat deposits when you're actually skinny. It just didn't seem right. So and one of the reasons I kept putting on weight, of course, other than eating a lot of sugar, was the fact that I was constantly seeing it. I was again and again affirming that, oh my God, I'm putting on weight, or fat is depositing here. So I'm just, whatever I focus on, give my attention to, I solidify. It's brick and mortar, right? It's like total cement. You're making it stronger by you giving your attention to it. So I was making it bigger and bigger by constantly giving my attention to the fact that, oh, here I can't wear this dress, I can't wear that dress, my body is like this, my body is like that. So instead, because I remembered the identity I used to have as a skinny person, I reminded myself that that's who I naturally am. I'm a skinny person. When I'd look at the mirror, I'd squint my eyes, okay, and I would visualize. When I'm squinting my eyes, you do the same with your bank account, just so that when you see something, instead of, if you're not able to just accept what is, when you see something, you can squint your eyes, and I would see my body in the shape that I wanted it to be. I'd see my stomach. I'd visualize my stomach being with stomach and my arms, so where majority of my fat was. So I'd visualize it thinner. I'd visualize it thinner. I'd visualize people noticing it. I'd visualize myself wearing what I'd like to wear. And I was just living in that state, but also I was not resisting what I was seeing. So it was not like what you resist is what persists. So it's irrelevant whether you do any positive work if you're constantly in a negative predominance around your body. It's like it cancels each other out. It's like I'm doing my visualization, but I'm also suffering the current reality. Cancels itself out, which is what 99.999% of people's problems is they have a negative momentum around the desire, and then they're visualizing, cancels itself out, and nothing happens, no movement happens, because it's your predominant emotions towards any desire which manifests, not the affirmations, visualizations you do. It means nothing if the predominant emotion you have towards your body is still negative. So you have to drop your resistance, and then the visualization, the blessing of the food, and the identity. Identity is the number one part of doing anything. Your results cannot surpass your self image. Remember that, tattoo it on your arms. Your self image. If you see yourself as a big person, or you see yourself as a super skinny person, or you see yourself as a certain person, that's just who I am. But you want to be someone else, cancels itself each other out, right? That's a opposing thought. So start identifying as somebody who is in your ideal weight, and you will eventually get there, because the identity is what reflects in your reality. Is that making sense to anyone? If it's making sense, just type valuable in the chat. Just type valuable in the chat. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay, let's take one more. I have to go in 5 minutes, so we'll take one question from the chat. Okay, we'll take one question from the chat, because I have to go for my vibe shift sessions. In case anybody wants to join, it is it's very affordable. It's every single day for a whole month. You get 30 days of access, where we do 20 minutes of different exercises to tune our vibration up and feel really good. So it's got a little bit of mindfulness, success story of the day, then an exercise, and then a channeled message. I'm not a channel. I just close my eyes and the couple of words show up in my mind and I share it. That usually seems to be exactly what people needed to hear at that time. And then we do a woohoo dance. And that's how a vibe shift is. If you want to join that, you can see the link my team has pinned there. Okay, let's take a question from the okay, yeah, okay. So I'm yet to answer that question, right? So Ruchi says how to resolve thyroid issues. So let's look at this one. Health. Okay, so I wanted to go specifically about health, and I forgot to do that. So let's look at health for a moment. If you're at a point in your life where your health is not really a concern, you're still going to need to know this, because in case as you grow older, you may want to have such information. So let's look at health very specifically. So I resolved my thyroid. Hopefully, you guys come for our free classes, webinars, because I talk about so many of my personal stories. But in case you didn't know the story about the thyroid thing, uh, such a long story, but I'll answer the question straight. So with thyroid, what I did was I started imagining my thyroid to be this beautiful, brilliant butterfly that was, there's actually a GIF on online of this beautiful blue butterfly, and I imagined my thyroid to be this blue butterfly, and I gave it an identity, a character, that this particular butterfly is so intelligent, so phenomenally intelligent, that the way that she works, the way that she does things is so, I'm so at awe with that. She's so intelligent. She's a Mensa level intelligent butterfly. She functions so brilliantly. And I'd look at her, I'd feel so much pride. And imagine this person coming up to me and interviewing me. How do you now feel now that you have the most phenomenal thyroid in the world? Oh, I feel so proud of my thyroid. When I did that for a few 5 6 days, the identity shift happened within me. I knew that I had this phenomenal thyroid. After that, my thyroid levels have always been perfect. Before that, it was doctors said that I wouldn't be able to carry a pregnancy full term because of how messed up my thyroid levels were. Someone told me once I get into thyroid medications, I can never come out. I don't believe when someone says there's a never or ever. So that is how I ended up creating health in my thyroid. But the method there is for any part of the body. If you can give it a character, if you can give it a image, a emotion, a personality, that a feeling that you have when you think of, when you see that part of the body, you feel celebration, you feel appreciation, you feel wonderment. Even if that part of the body was off, if you're seeing it in its highest potential and in its highest expression, and you're feeling that joy, that pride, that appreciation towards that part of the body, the part of the body will reflect your thoughts, because your body is listening to your thoughts all the time. What I taught here is not the first time. I've done 90-minute classes on this for free, on these topics. I just hope you guys are paying attention. By that I mean, check out the videos we are putting out, check out the free classes that come out. All this information is already in there. Okay, so let me know if this particular answer on health helped anybody here. If it was valuable, just type valuable. And whatever questions I could not answer, please DM it to us on Instagram, or put it on. I think my team will take from here as well. So you can just, I don't know if she's taking it. Uh, Probably. So I'll ask team. Team, can you just copy paste the questions that they've asked here that I've not been able to answer today, so we can try to answer them on next week's Instagram live, or the week after. So right now we have over 25-30 questions that still need to be answered, but just we'll keep doing these lives every Friday, and we'll answer as many as we can. Okay. So please go through the previous replays, especially for marriage. I think I've answered marriage at least 600 billion times. You must go through the previous lives, because it's all there. Okay, all right. It's the same thing, Flora says, how do I resolve endometriosis? See your uterus in the most happiest state. Give it a character. When I see my uterus, I feel so much pride and joy. Your uterus will reflect those thoughts. I've healed so many things. I think of all the organs, how many things I've healed on my body, but of all the things that I have healed, this thing, giving it a character and a major feeling towards that part of the body, positive predominance towards that part of the body, has helped me majorly. Second thing, I have to go in 2 minutes, but I'll tell you anyway, since health is it's a topic that's very precious to me. There is a beautiful recording on my channel on Ashrit. Ashrit had gave guidance on health, and they said that health was a natural stream. It's naturally streaming, flowing through us. It's just that, and all health issues are psychosomatic, including addiction. Someone asked me about addictions here, right? What happens is when we go off because we are resisting life, we are in negative thinking, we are in lack consciousness, we are in negative focus, we go off, but the flow is always there. You just have to bring yourself back to either seeing your body in that state, or choose to focus on other things that put you in an open state of mind. Could be things that you love, could be music, could be things that put you in an open, free energy that will tap you back into the natural flow of health. So there's a recording, it's free, it's on YouTube. Just type Ashrit Synchro Shakti Health. You'll see, it's my favorite. It's my always I go back to that video whenever I need to remember what I'm supposed to do. I always go back to that video in their guidance, and you can just go through it. It's phenomenal. Okay, right. Okay, so with that, I will see butterfly. Yes, absolute butterfly. It's beautiful. So I have to now go. Please check out Vibe Shift. It's daily classes. If If you value tuning your energy every single day and connecting together in this beautiful community, you can join Vibe Shift. Find out more about it in the link. I appreciate you. I love you. I wish all of you a phenomenal day and happy lives and abundant lives, and all the beauty in the world should come to all of you who are watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you. I'll see you next Friday. Bye everyone.